Skill points went up. It's great. The battered effigy stops moving. There's no way it'll still function after being effectively torn apart. Thanks to you, my dear master, I was able to win while using only 5% of my power. If he continues to talk, however, the sound of her voice doesn't quite reach my ears. The heat coming from the mark of my hand grew in intensity during the fight, and the resulting pain was become unbearable, burns through my consciousness. Before I forget, let me do a quick save. Okay, we saved, that's great. The mark imprinted on your hand is your command seal. It is proof that you hold dominion over a servant. You can use it to give 3 orders that must be obeyed. Think of them as disposable strengthening spells. It is also proof of your participation in the Holy Grail War. If you lose it, for some reason, you will die. Once again, I hear that voice. I somehow manage to ignore the pain and listen to what it has to say. I can understand your confusion but before I forget, congratulations, you haven't done much to make it here. Now rest for a while. You've achieved your first goal. It was an incredibly clumsy effort, to say at least. That's what made it all the more entertaining. I've had this duty for a long time, but this is the first time I've seen a master as helpless as you. Nevertheless, be proud of your achievement. Your quick thinking came as a result of nerves and rashness. Thinking about it, the voice sounds like that of a 30-year-old man, and it's really irritatingly smug. For some reason, I can see the owner of that voice as a priest dressed in a somber cassock. Oh, you're curious about my identity. I am honored, but I am insignificant. I am merely a part of this system. I am just a guide tasked with giving a standard message, and given the personality of a prior participant, I am no more than words, no more than the mountain you just conquered, no more than a record of the past. A record, so if I lose any objections to this voice, doesn't mean I won't receive any answers in return. Exactly, well, this is unexpected. You have received a commendation, something about you having a light. I have no clue what would say such a thing about me, but that short phrase stuck my heart because for some unknown reason, I knew the words were sincere. And as for, I expect good things from you, it seemed like more of a command than encouragement. Now, let us commence your baptism, and you have proven yourself worthy of the honor. For most, the autonomy of everyday life continues without an end. Your decision to look beyond the accepted in progress means you have earned the right to exist. However, you have but taken the first step. Be jubilant, young knight, for the Holy Grail War begins now. I have no idea what he's talking about, the Holy Grail War, the right to exist. That is correct. An object of great power once existed in the world, one that could grant any desire. People call it the Holy Grail and fought endlessly in an attempt to gain sole possession of it. This war, the system you find yourself in now, is the evolution of those struggles. You stand at the entrance of a deadly struggle where many magi will perish in pursuit of the Holy Grail. Listen, magi, however you want to pronounce that. Had it not been bestowed upon the earth desire, you would be merely saints capable of committing sin. Now, fight to the death. The fiery throne of heaven will only receive those with the strongest desires. The voice reverberates throughout this hidden chapel as if it were the voice of a god. Pill? Magi? Holy Grail that grants wishes? These questions more swirl inside my head and almost seem to carve themselves into my flesh. In a war, a weapon is needed. That is your servant. They are the spear that pierces, the shield that protects, a legendary soul whose purpose is to clear your way to the Holy Grail. That is the one who stands beside you. My Neko. Maybe she's a fox. I look over at the young woman with the foxtail who returns my look with a glowing smile. She is my servant. Seems you have decided, and with that decision as payment, I will now open the gates to the Holy Grail War. Marks on my hand, my command seal once again begin to excruciatingly painful. It's over. I can't take it anymore. And then I white out. That's great. I reach the limits of my endurance and my mind starts to shut down as I lose consciousness. I can vaguely hear the voice's final words. Now, let the Holy Grail War begin. No matter the era, deciding who is worthy through battle is the divine providence of man. Magi, who have been invited here by the moon, show me your true strength. Wonder who this moon is. Well, before I forget, let's save again. I do two saves. I do a separate save file, and I also save in game, just to make sure that I have a copy for everything that I do.
ぬかるみの日常は燃え尽きた。
The mire of the everyday
魔
sloths
術師
off.
による生存競争。運命の車輪は回る。最も弱き者よ、剣を鍛えよ。その命が育んだ己の価値を示すために。
Alright, we're in the first week, the first selection. Let's get through this week.